them to come to the theater? We know that they want to come to the theater. We hear that over and over again. How do we get the theater, in the broadest sense, in Boston, to do work that speaks to that community and to do work and have productions and performance venues where the people can come to see the work? So that's what we're focused on. And our company has 3 different aims. Tonight, you're going to see some performances, and it's kind of ironic because performance is actually the 3rd priority of our company. Our company has 3 different aims. The first aim, which is the most important and the one we're really geared toward in our first season, is working with existing arts organizations. Some of you are here tonight, which is fabulous. Working with existing arts organizations on their own access and disability inclusion policy. How do they make a policy? How do they write a policy? And how do they actually make a policy work to bring people to the theater that want to come to the theater, whether artists or patrons with disabilities? So that's our first aim and where we're going in our first season. Our second aim is a theater education aim. How do we work with families and children with disabilities for theater education, for drama games, to do a play at their organization, to do a play at their school? Because we hear time and time again from those schools and those organizations that they want theater in their schools and their community centers, but that no one's coming to do it. We often hear that actually there's funding for the work, but that nobody wants to come do it. Or they want to come do it, but they're not skilled enough to come do it. Or they want to come do it, but only to sell tickets to their play that they're producing. And those are all great aims, but we want to get in with these community centers and these schools and organizations that serve disabled patron audiences and work with them on a long-term sense so that they are creating theater, so that they are creating art. And our third aim, which you'll see a little bit of tonight, is to produce works that explore disability on stage. And that can mean a variety of things. It can mean doing a play that has nothing to do with disability in its plot, or its theme, or the playwright, or the characters, but casting artists with disability in those roles and seeing what happens then. Or it can mean doing a play that grapples with disability on stage and exposing those issues and discussing them with our audience. So you'll see a little bit of that today. You'll also just see some wonderful performances by upcoming cast members and artists that we'll be working with in our first season. Thank you so much. Our first performance tonight will feature 2 wonderful actors, Elbert Joseph, who sometimes is known as EJ in our Boston theater, and Miss Brittany Rolfs, who will be performing. They'll both be performing from a play called The Taste of Sunrise by Susan Zader. And you'll hear during that performance, I'll be voicing for one of the characters, Tuck, who is deaf, and I'll be voicing for him if he is signing. The play takes place on the plains in the Midwest and is during the time of scarlet fever. And we have Tuck, who will be playing the part of a baby growing into a young boy. And in the first scene, Brittany Rolfs will be playing Mother Hicks, who is a midwife at that time. Thank you. Long ago, I remember sound. Fever burning in the night. Thunder crack, lightning flash, voices echo, deep in my mind.
You just keep screaming and screaming. Put out the fire, take off that quilt. It's hot as Hades in here. Don't you see the red flag they left on the door? That means we've got scarlet fever in here. I'm a midwife, and I've seen my fair share of fever. This boy is burning up, and I ain't about to sit around and watch him die. Bring me a basin of cool vinegar water and put out that fire. Get rid of these blankets and quilts. Douse him strong with belladonna. It's for the fever. Dip this sheet in well water and bring it back here wringing wet. The boy is dying. Do as I say. Hold on. Hold on, little one. We'll get you cooled down.
Lightning, flash, thunder, crack. Inside my body, smoke. Voices echo into smoke, singing spell. Children ride her voice away, past the burning, past the pain. Sound cool as water. Sound of final grace. Sound beyond sound, into silence, into...
Fever's broke. Now we wait. Wait and pray.
Mother died when I was born. Father always carried me to the field, carried me to the town. Everywhere we went, people said, hey, look, there's Jonas Tucker and his little boy, Tuck. Now, Father, sit by my bed, watching, waiting, watching.
Sleeping, Tuck? Can you hear that? Tuck! Come on, baby Tuck!
Shouting, long ago. I hear the voice in my memory. 10 years pass. I am a boy. Years pass. I'm a grown boy with legs to run, and arms to hold, and eyes to see, and ears to keep my hat on.